Okay, we're talking about how flooding can be very dangerous. In fact, there are different kinds of floods. There's the one that comes to mind first. That would be a flash flood. And generally, it develops really quickly within 6 hours of very heavy rainfall from storms that are constantly moving over the same area. We call those training storms when they're lined up like cars on a train track and you just keep getting hit every 30 minutes, every hour with more heavy rain. And of course, that will have an impact. That is a flash flood. It can seemingly come out of nowhere. It could be dry in the morning, and by the afternoon, you have floodwaters rising. Now, an aerial flood is a little different than that. It's usually impacts a larger area, a larger geographic area. It can be slower to develop. It can be weeks upon weeks upon weeks of a wet pattern. Maybe each individual rain event wasn't huge, but they add up over time. We end up with saturated ground, and then you get a decent rain event, and we have impacts on roadways, in flood-prone areas, low-lying areas, and that kind of thing. So an aerial flood is usually slower to happen. Flash flood happens in an instant, in a flash. So of course, there's some tips you can use to just keep in mind during the rainy seasons, particularly on how to stay safe during a flood, because floods kill more people than any other weather hazard, more than hurricanes, more than tornadoes, more than thunderstorms. Flooding kills more people worldwide than any other weather entity. And just 1 foot of water can take your vehicle down the road. 2 feet of rushing water can carry away just about any vehicle. So even if you're in an SUV, 2 feet of rushing water can make you turn you into a boat that has no control. So here's some tips. Never drive through a flooded roadway. It's just impossible to know just how deep that water is. Have something in your car where you can break the window just in case you ever do get caught in a flood, because it's very difficult to get out of a vehicle if it loses power and you can't get the windows down. So have a flashlight or something like that you can break the window with. Never drive around a barricade. You just never know what is going to be downstream. And also, never swim in floodwaters. You never know what's going to be in there. Could be a lot of nasty chemicals. There could be some nasty animals like snakes or gators or mosquitoes or beds of fire ants. So just keep these tips in mind, and always remember to turn around, don't drown.